What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video of the Point After Podcast. Today we're going to be discussing the Oklahoma Sooners, but first, thank you for helping us get to 100 subscribers. We were at 98 on Sunday. We're currently at 106, so thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already, just hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to us. Now, getting into Oklahoma, this is a very, very interesting situation because since Lincoln Riley's gone, Caleb Williams is gone, Spencer Rattler is gone, Austin Stoner's gone. The list goes on and on of people that have left Oklahoma since the 2021 season. A lot of people are kind of writing them off. And is it justifiable? I think so, but I think there's still a lot there that you can work with and build off of. Plus, Brent Venables is going to be an excellent head coach. Now, I would like their chances better if they were staying in the Big 12 with the move to the SEC. You're about to play against some dogs. You're about to coach against some dogs. So his success may be overshadowed or not truly understandable. But I think they very well – I could see Texas and Oklahoma both winning a championship, Big 12 championship, before they leave and head to the SEC in 2025. Will it happen? I don't know, but the possibility of it is there. And by the time Oklahoma gets to the SEC, they're going to fit right in with Alabama and Georgia and LSU by that point, and Arkansas, where Sam Pittman has them going. But that's a conversation for another day. We're talking 2022. You rank number 14 in a portal class, which is pretty decent. You were number 8 in the recruiting class in 2022, bringing in 18 four-stars. That's unbelievable for a new head coach to bring in 18 four-stars. Absolutely ridiculous. 71st in return in production. Most of that's because of your offense. You only returned 47% on offense. You returned 82% on defense, which I think was top 10 in the country. 16th. You were 16th in the country with 82% return on defense. That's going to be your bread and butter. But there are some difficulties you're going to come into this year. Obviously, like I said, you return less than half of your production on offense, but you do have Dillon Gabriel, who's one of the better quarterbacks in college football, probably top 5 coming in, who will take the reins. He's going to be linking up with Jeff Lebby, the offensive coordinator, who is with him at UCF in 2019. So the chemistry is there, and Dillon Gabriel is only going to succeed now that he's got better weapons than what he had at UCF. He threw for 8,000 yards in about 2 seasons. He played 3 games last year before he got hurt. Threw for 70 touchdowns and only 14 interceptions. That's really good. I don't care who you're playing against. That's really, really good. Do not underestimate that just because he was at UCF. Keep in mind, UCF has come to the Big 12, within the next 2 or 3 years. So, offensive line, though, you gave up 33 sacks last year, and you returned 3 of the 5, which is never a good thing when you're returning about half of your offensive linemen. You do get a Cal transfer who's all Pac-12 last year. Should come in and plug and play and be a boost to that offensive line. You have Marvin Mims, who can step up and be a high caliber wide receiver, and then you have the Arizona State transfer, who again can come in and play a significant role. You also have 6 others who combined for I think 21 catches last year that will be able to step up. But I think Marvin Mims is probably going to be the guy for Gabriel by the end of the season. Theo Wease is another guy, I hope I said that right, to keep an eye on. Former 5-star coming back from injury who can probably make a name for himself this season. Like I said, you have your own hurdles to get over. You do return 82% on defense. I mentioned that a second ago. But you're coming in and you've got a brand new system. You've got Ted Roof, who's going to be the defensive coordinator coming with Venables from Clemson. So the system that they're going to run, it's tried, it's proven, it works. How fast can you grasp onto the schematics of it and the ins and outs and how the system itself operates will determine the success that Oklahoma has. And Deshaun Watt's going to play a big factor in that, into how quickly they are able to get that. If he can get that, he can help other people understand it. Having your in-game leader truly grasp the defense, that's where the difference is going to be made. But everything is going to come to fruition when we get into this gauntlet of a schedule. And I call it a gauntlet because the Big 12 is truly set up to where anybody can beat anybody this year, which I think is not going to play in Oklahoma's favor. You open up with UTEP and Kent State. Then you go on the road at Nebraska in week number 3. That game right there is going to tell us everything we need to know about Nebraska and about Oklahoma both, because Nebraska's going to be coming off hopefully a win against Northwestern, and then they have another cupcake, I think, at home before week number 3 when Oklahoma comes to town. Then you play Kansas State. Kansas State is a very, very good team this year. A lot of people are sleeper picked Kansas State to win the Big 12. So, again, if Oklahoma loses that game to Nebraska, we're looking at an Oklahoma team that could start the season 2-4 just because of the struggles on defense. I think that's where the struggles are going to be. Oklahoma, you can put up numbers, put up points in the offense in the Big 12, but it's the grasping it on defense and stopping the other team that's the difference maker this year. Nebraska's not going to just overpower you and beat you. You match up very, very well. Kansas State, you may even have the advantage, but Kansas State's a really good team. Then you play TCU, who's the same situation as Nebraska. You're going to outmatch them when it comes to on paper, but can you beat them when it comes to the game itself? Then you play Texas. Texas might have an edge on you right now, currently, as it stands, with just people across the board outside of maybe Dylan Gabriel at the quarterback position compared to Quinn Ewers. Now, if they lose those 4, you're looking at a 4-4 start when they beat Kansas and at Iowa State. So a 4-4 start for Oklahoma, and then you play Baylor, who's ranked top 10 right now, defending Big 12 champion. So Oklahoma could very well start this season 4-4 and then finish it at 6-6. I don't think they will. That's my prediction. I've got Oklahoma going 7-5. I think realistic expectations are looking at an 8-4 season. 9-3 would be overachieving, just because, like I said, like that 4-game stretch right there. If you lose to Nebraska, I think they drop probably at minimum 3 of those. Maybe they beat TCU, but again, that's on the road, so that's not going to make it any easier. Kansas State and Texas are both really good teams. If you beat Nebraska, that's where that 8-4, 9-3 kind of comes into play. Because maybe you drop one to Kansas State, but you may beat TCU after that, and then Texas is 50-50. And then Baylor and Oklahoma State. Who knows what they're going to be by week number 10 and 12 in the season, or 9 and 11. But again, that's why I'm leaning closer to that 7-5 season, just because it's so many unknowns. Like I said a second ago, these teams can truly beat anybody any given day. So I think injuries are going to play a big part, and again, just how fast Oklahoma can grasp the defense and get the ball rolling with it. I know Dylan Gabriel is going to come out slinging it. I think they're going to rely heavily on his arm, 300 yards per game, 3 or 4 touchdowns. So if you're a betting guy, maybe look at those props on Dylan Gabriel. But that's all I got for now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said at the beginning of the video, be sure to hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to us, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with maybe Texas.